All right, let's go. We ain't got nothing better to do, right?
Well, it's
This is a video called It's Over, Bitcoin and Crypto Are Ready by Lark Davis. Let's go.
over. Good news. The government shutdown appears to be finishing, and the government's going to open up potentially today, maybe tomorrow. That's really exciting because that means liquidity is about to start flowing back into the market, baby. Let's go. Good stuff. We got that story. We got Bitcoin charts, macro charts, altcoin charts. It's going to be a good time. You better stick around. Answer your questions.
Yeah.
Second half of the streams. Make sure to stay around for that as well. So let's go. The numbers, Zach, the numbers are green. They are. It's a good day. Green number. We all like green numbers. Remember somebody saying one time that you should just flip the Kellers, on your trading view to turn the bearish charts into green and the bullish charts into red. Screw with your brain. Make it see that red days can actually be bullish. Anyway, besides the point. Michael Saylor posted this 2 days ago.
Uh-oh, the big dog.
Buy now. Somebody got the phone call that a deal was going to be made, didn't he? He did. He did. Peter Schiff down here saying, no thanks. Wait for this strategy to go bankrupt first. Boo. Boo, Peter. Boo. Serious news. The Senate has reached a bipartisan deal to end the U.S. government shutdown, 60-40 vote. We had 10 Democratic senators go over to the voting side. It's great news. Great news. Everything's going to go back to normal in America. Flights are going to be normal. Government workers are going to go back to work. People would have their paychecks, so they can blast into the dog coins. All the good times are going to come. Now, most importantly for us, there's currently $1 trillion sitting in the Treasury General account. Now the government's going to be opening back up. All those banks, remember we talked about the banks are starting to show cracks in the system and stuff like that. They can just come in there and take all the liquidity they want, baby. Also, stimmy checks. Yeah, don't bury the lead. Yeah, I agree. Also, stimmy checks. I think I'm going to do the next slide here.
Give me the stimmy.
Almost. We'll get to that in just a second. U.S. government shutdown is about to end. Chain Mind here, putting that up here. So check this out. Last time it happened, you can go all the way back. Last time it happened, Bitcoin skyrocketed. Alts fall by 5,450, whatever percent, 5,000 plus percent. Now, is that guaranteed what's going to happen this time? No, we don't. Only assist deals and absolutes, guys. Okay. But anyway, this is very interesting. You can see last time I went from 4K to whatever the heck it went to. Big move. Okay. But it was a huge move in 2019 for the crypto market. Okay. Bitcoin went from 4K to 14K or something like that in a very, very short amount of time. Okay. So let's see what happens this time.
What y'all think Bitcoin will go now? I say maybe by the next bull cycle, we should be touching 200.
We have the others BTC chart and stuff like that. They're also looking absolutely primed. We'll talk about those in a few minutes. Also this, President Trump announced $2,000 tariff dividends to be paid out to Americans, potentially excluding high net worth individuals.
If you want to give me free money, I will take it. No question. That's fine by me. Do what you do. Just have my money.
And people who don't pay taxes. So it's interesting, isn't it? Rate cuts, record highs, AI stimulus checks. They're running the same playbook again, guys. They're cutting the interest rates. They're going to send out the stimmy checks. People are going to take their $2,000, blast it straight to dog.
This look familiar. This look mighty familiar.
Dog coins or options.
Like this definitely happened before.
And whatever. Somewhere it's going to end up in the financial markets, okay? You know it will. So people could do responsible shit like pay off their credit cards. Nah, man, they're going to buy Dogecoin.
What?
So, Weimar says Trump is considering 3 ways to give $1,000 directly to people. U.S. tariff profits for citizens. That's a big move, man. That's just, as long as the Supreme Court doesn't smack down his tariffs, that's a big move because basically it's going to say to people like, yeah, we did the whole tariff thing. We got all these insane trade deals. I got trillions of dollars of direct investments into America. He's basically.
Hope y'all got y'all wallets ready.
The salesman number.
Look, I'm trying to get mine right. I'm trying.
One of America right now. And look at Trump versus Biden, right? Trump goes around every time he flies to a foreign country, he comes back with a few $1 trillion worth of investments. I love the man or hate the man. That's damn impressive. Biden didn't even know.
I ain't gonna lie. It do seem like that though. All jokes aside. no matter who in office, bro, I got to get it, bro. By any means.
For us half the time.
Almost
Let
any
alone
means,
getting
you know.
trillions of dollars of investments into America. Tax refunds, canceling Obamacare, redirect funds to the public. Now, I don't know if that's going to come to fruition. The Democrats were saying, we got to keep the Obamacare stuff funded. And the Republicans are saying, no, but why don't we just give money to people instead? They're like, oh, shit, don't do that. Quick, let's make a deal. And then the government shut down. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, a lot of money potentially flooding into the system from various places. Deutsche Bank expects the Fed to start growing its balance sheet in Q1. That's a big call, man. That's
Very
a
big call.
Freaking call.
I'm here for it, though.
If the Fed starts QE, growing its balance sheet, they may not call it QE. They'll probably call it some variety of technical adjustments. But holy crap, if that actually starts, if Deutsche Bank is right, and we're 2 to 3 months away from QE starting, that's crazy. Plus, QE starts in, let's say, March. And in May, you get a new Fed chief who is basically going to be the guy who's going to lower interest rates to 1%. Now, that's crazy shit, okay?
And if y'all paying attention to the charts right now, they're going kind of, it's looking kind of wonky. It was a big push though. A lot of things had a nice little push. Like let me see. In the past 4 hours, Bitcoin has rose from basically 103.259 to 106.177 as of right now. And it looks like, and that was a 4-hour chart. On the daily, I probably should show y'all a chart, huh? Let's see. Let's do. Okay. As you can see within the last, hold on. Y'all can't see it on the other side. Uno momento. Okay. So as y'all can see, the last 24 hours, it's going up. On the weekly, it's looking good. Oh, let's trade in view. Boom. That's better. That's better. Hold on, guys. Trying to get some things in order. Okay, so boom. Bitcoin, what is the market cap right now? Let's see. 2.1. To get to like something crazy, we would have to be like, it'd be double that. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. Like, say if 2 more trillion were to come in, aka 4 in total, you will see everything go crazy, which I think will happen soon. So we gotta try to keep a watchful eye and catch that monkey. So they gotta try to catch that monkey. Let's look at the market cycles. Yeah. Never mind, let me get out of Bitcoin. Okay. ETH. So I mean everything. This is what? We done 1 month. Let me go to an hour. So just yesterday, or hold on, let's do this. It's better. So 1, 2, 3. I say about last week we got a low, almost a basically. You could might as well say 3,000, because it's literally right there. You might as well say that. So you got a little bounce. Can I? Yes. Yes, I can. Got a little bounce from here, and now we should see, like, this is the resistance, right? So we should follow this. I'm not too strong on that, but we got a little trend line here. Notice, like, you'll notice, like, around here, that's where you'll get a little bounce. Now, how far this trend line finna take us, I don't know. That's to be determined. But say we keep going, if it does not break, if it does not break the trend line, let me wind it out a little bit. Boom. Maybe, but we don't know how, this will affect it in total. So let's go.
Andre posted this. Feds Williams expects central bank return to asset purchases soon. Guys. Okay, so that's all really big. The macro scene, really big, really exciting. Lots of good stuff coming our way. Lots of good news. Of course, stocks as usual, absolutely loving the good news. Stocks, man. What a great invention by humanity. Anyway, S&P 500 futures up almost 1% today. NASDAQ futures absolutely ripping, up 1.5% so far. Markets will open up in about 3.5 hours time from now. Now, look at this crazy chart. Now, remember.
Hold on. Looking at Solana, though. I'm looking at the charts on my phone too. Based on from what I see with the indicators, let's see. Let me try to. What can I show y'all? No. Let's do EMA. Crazy. Technically I use 4 lines, but what other EMA indicators you got? I'm trying to help y'all. Oh, here we go, triple. I'll take that. I will take that. And on the daily chart, it's looking like it's about to go to the upside, but as for right now, it's looking like it's about to drop a wee bit more. Maybe, like, okay, so 24-hour is on the up and up, but it looks like it might have one more big bounce to the downside. And so, yep, you can see it's starting to move right now. But how long will this last? Because in the 4 hour, we're technically still in the uptrend. But in the down, I mean, it's all still in the uptrend, but right now you can see it retracting a bit. So yeah.
Remember, Pepperidge Farm remembers. Look, back here, around this point, I was saying, look, guys, the NASDAQ could go back down to retouch 50-day EMA, which is done multiple times throughout this entire move up here, okay? Be totally cool and normal. It would be totally cool and normal. Well, look what the heck happened on Friday. We got it, man. We got our dip down, actually just below the 50-day EMA, wicked just under it before pulling back up a little.
I ain't really too big into stocks like that.
Pre-markets are showing that we're going to get back above the 20-day EMA here, which is 25,529 is what we're showing at here currently. So we're actually about there, according to pre-market prices right now. So stocks are ready to absolutely rip today based on the news of the government shutdown ending.
Gotcha.
Good. What a retest.
No, that's good that the shutdown is ended. People need to get paid, bro.
Test, man. We get retests. It happens. The show goes on for now, anyway. Polaris posted this. BTC and Bitfinex longs. Bitcoin whales on Bitfinex keep piling into longs. They have been gobbling heavy, man.
Let's go back
gobbling
to Bitcoin.
Real heavy. Crypto Crib. Bitcoin bubble index. Historically, prices always topped out when this reached 139 or above. You can see previous cycles, okay, right here. See the bubble index smashing up. You can see the price smashing up. This is where we are right now. You see all the way down here. This is where we are with the price as it is right now. There has been no bubble in Bitcoin. There has been no bubble in crypto. And I know what you're thinking. Well, there's never going to be a bubble in crypto again. There's never going to be a bubble in Bitcoin again. Prices are never going to go parabolic again. I have given up all hope. I believe in nothing. I get it. This cycle's just been a nonstop, just kicking the nuts. You guys ever see those videos of like that? That like, you know, karate dude just standing there like, yeah. Well, some dude just like kicks him in the nuts nonstop. That's been this cycle. We're the guys getting kicked in the nuts. It has not been a good time. Okay.
No, I can imagine.
Keep going. Look at this. Oh, the weekly close was good. Fantastic. Look at this. 50-week EMA, $101,000. Remember what we're saying all of last week, guys, you got to watch for the weekly close. The weekly close has got to be strong. Okay. My kind of worries that government shutdown may not get resolved over the weekend. We might see this like really lame close where it's like, you know, $100,000, it's like $1,000 below the 50-week EMA. Everybody's like, crap. Anyway, besides the point. This is pretty good. This is constructive. We like this. Bounced. You can see here support line on the weekly. Yeah. Right back down to that critical line. Bounced here off the 50-week EMA.
That's a good sign.
Like to see that. Now, daily charts. A little bit more of a mixed picture. I'm going to be honest about that, okay? Where are we at right now? I don't want to pour any sort of water on the fire. Just a simple recognition of what's happening in the charts right now. So look at this.
On the daily.
20-day EMA, $107,000. 200-day EMA, $108,000. 50-day EMA, $110,000. Those are three very logical places for fat, big old rejections, okay? Or
so you calling for a fake out?
Major breakouts. So
fake out or breakout?
If we're gonna see the breakouts happen, here's what we want to see. We want to see the price put a solid daily candle over the 20-day EMA. Okay, that's what you want to see. A nice close right there. $108,000, something like that. It's gonna be nice. All right. A lot of areas of potential rejection coming up here, but also a lot of potential breakout forming up, which is also good. You can see the short-term downtrend line here. We just put it on the candle closes. It gets a little more touch points. So we're coming up to that as well. And say approximately, if we count the candle bodies, not the wicks. I usually do the wicks, to be honest. Wicks actually put us with no breakout until we take out the 50-day EMA at $110,000. If you want to go a little more aggressive on your view here, the 20-day EMA is going to be a major breakout point. But we got to close above it. If you're going to get rejected, you're going to get rejected here now, okay?
You can unlock more than ever with the American Express Platinum Card. Access over $3,500 in
All YouTubers now just predict both directions. Lol, what a joke community.
I don't have a
Well, look, I try to give you guys
premium account for this one.
scenarios, okay? I do not know the future. You do not know the future either. And anybody claiming that they have a definitive view on the future is telling you bullshit, okay? What do we look at? We look at probabilities, okay? Look at trading crypto as something kind of like poker, okay? You're not always going to get dealt the best hand. Sometimes you need to fold your cards. Sometimes you're going to get dealt a good hand, but the other player is going to have a better hand. You have to look at the statistical probabilities of what your success rate is going to be, okay? No one to hold them, no one to fold them, right? Stuff like that. If you kind of switch your mentality to looking at markets like that,
Know when to walk away, know when to run.
doing a lot better. That's why we talk about probabilities, not definitively like everything is going to specifically work out if it exactly works out like this, okay? This is the thing. This is our line to watch out. 20-day EMA. If we get rejected at this line, no bueno. If we break out here, it could be pretty significant. Now, as you guys know, I am long. I have been long, okay? I took a pretty ballsy long right around here after I saw this, basically what I considered probably to be the local bottom, okay, based on the 4-hour RSI being oversold and the other reasons we went over last week, put in along with the stop loss just under the daily lows here on the 4th and 5th of November. So far, so good. So far, so good. Let's see how it goes, guys. But yeah, not doing too bad so far on this. That's nice. $8,000 in unrealized profits. Oh, I might move this up to, especially if we break down the 20-day EMA, I'll move it up to a break even on stop loss. So worst case scenario, some bullshit happens in the market. I don't lose much money on this because it had a pretty generous stop loss, which would be a pretty big loss, let's say, you know, relatively. I keep it all in relative perspective, but I'd prefer not to take the loss versus, you know, breaking even off. But I need to look at a little more distance between the break even price of around $101,800 right now. Okay. By the way, if you want to join trading over on BitUnix, never been a better time to do it. Link down below. Okay. Check it out. Anyone, anywhere can trade on BitUnix. That's you. Long the rips, short the dips. Have a good time. You can trade the big coins. They got deep liquidity. You can trade all kinds of exotic altcoins. And here's the deal. When you sign up using this link right down here, you can get some crazy deposit bonuses. $1,000 gets you $200, $2,000 gets you $400, $5,000 gets you $700, all the way up to some insane whale bonus here. Look at this. $20,000 gets you $2,000, $50,000 gets you $5,000, put in $100,000, some crazy money. Okay, I know some of you guys are out there sitting on big trading accounts. Well, this is a chance to get $10,000 back. That's crazy, man. Links down below. Very very limited time offer. Actually, it runs out the end of this week. So now is the time to hop on board if you want to get into it. Okay. Link down below. So another chart here from Polaris. Many things pointing that this is a local bottom here for altcoins. Okay. Sentiment risk metric 20.
I hope so. I'm ready for a takeoff.
20 out of 100. Open interest completely wiped out. Bitcoin longs building up. Bitcoin dominance making lower high most likely. And this chart right here. Interesting.
So you're saying when we get to the golden pocket right here, or somewhere in between there, so we should expect. So basically, we should expect one more drop, one more huge drop.
Stablecoin market cap.
Okay.
Love it. Another one here. Altcoin risk seems to be the overall consensus that we're at the beginning of the bear market. My entire timeline is bearish. Quite a few big accounts completely given up on altcoins. Some people publicly stating they've converted them into Bitcoin, with Bitcoin dominance sitting at 60%. This sentiment aligns perfectly with our sentiment readings, which are hovering around 20 out of 100. All it makes me believe that buys on altcoins here are now an incredible opportunity. Good. I know what you're thinking. Buying altcoins, who the hell's got any money left? Yeah, I know. I know, guys. Ether National posted this. The others BTC ratio has retouched the same demand zone where the 2021 bull run began. Here, wick down, right? Momentum and disbelief are at historic lows. Once the chart's recovery begins, it'll drive waves of expansion for altcoins. Okay? Plus, look at that MACD, man. Look at that MACD. Come on, guys. The last time we had a MACD bullish crossover, like the one we're about to have, was back in 2020. followed by which was basically a year and a half of altcoin season. Just FYI.
Okay.
Psychedelics with a total 3 versus Ethereum chart. Because everyone's screaming bear market and how it's over and how you should be looking to exit all your positions on the dead cat bounce for the 4 years of death, when a total 3 ETH is at the exact same position it was right before the 2021 period of altcoin outperformance. Make of it what you will. It's like I always say about markets, guys. Some of you guys come and you're like, oh, stress the fuck out. Like, oh, Lark, what's going on? Remember, it's always a choice to be here. It's a choice to be here. You choose to show up and invest in the world's most volatile asset class. And then when it's volatile, you get
I mean, yeah, it is
freaked
volatile.
out. It's crazy sometimes. Don't worry. I'm here too. And even after years of seeing all the crazy bullshit in the market, I still sometimes am like, damn, we did that. Holy shit. Anyway, perspective, guys. There's hope for my Bitmine stocks yet. By the way, if you guys want to see what crypto I hold, what stocks I hold, there's a link down below. You can go check it out. That's my portfolio disclosures. All my current positions are there, including Bitmine. Plus, there's a risk statement because investing is risky. You can literally lose all your money. Past performance does not equate into future returns, and I sure as hell am not your financial advisor. Okay, just FYI. I'm just a dude on the internet with got some opinions that you guys like listening to. So there you go. Anyway, also buying some Bitmine stock, ARK Invest. They bought an additional 250,000 shares. Good, excellent. ETH. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Come on. Daddy needs to, I was going to say a new pair of shoes, but daddy actually needs this ETH BTC ratio trade to close out, ideally around $7,000 and get some nice cash and some nice Bitcoin back. That would be fantastic. Anyway, ETH right now is having a nice move. It's back up to the 200-day EMA. Again, that's the danger zone. We have to get through all these EMAs, get the structure of the market put back in the right order. Right now, everything's all jumbled up, right? The 20's under the 50. You know, it's not, you get the EMA stacked back in the right direction. 20 back over the 50. Good price action. Uptrends start, and then we can start, okay, uptrends here. Watch for 20-day EMA retest. Watch for 50-day EMA retest. Watch for the structure to eventually break after 4 or 5 retests, blah, blah, blah. You guys know how it works. We talk about this all the time. Here we go, though. 200-day EMA. Want to see daily close, ideally just above this would be nice. We have not had a huge amount of volume on the move over the weekend. Of course, you can see here. Only ones trading crypto right now are crypto natives. All the big institutional platforms are closed, but hopefully you see a lot of ETF inflows today with the markets for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ absolutely ripping right now. I would not be surprised to see some positive inflows coming.
What y'all think it's going to go
back
to?
in.
Ethereum.
Solana, man, it's crazy. Did you guys look at how crazy that demand zone was? Look, you got 4 tests basically to buy Solana under 150 bucks.
Don't look that good on
Very
my
nice.
chart.
How about some more?
Hold on, let's look at it, cause it ain't look that good to me. Oh, okay. He's looking at the daily. That's why. Okay. See, we was looking at this. With the daily chart, yes, absolutely, 100%. That looks good. But you gotta, when you're analyzing, you gotta flip through different time frames. But the daily and the weekly is really gonna help you. Let's see. I see here that. Let me zoom in. It's maintaining the chart percent. Okay. You see, it was a big bounce right there, right? A lot of shorts got liquidated. Now we up in a small little long for the weekly. So yeah.
More Solana throughout this period, including some more Solana this morning. Okay. Did I perfectly nail it at 147 bucks? No, but I got some.
No.
I think my cheapest buy was around 152 or some shit like that. So anyway, not bad. Not bad. We got some nice additions put in here, but now, of course, we've got to get back over this area of previous price support. Now, acting as resistance, we have to go to the 20-day EMA, we have to go to the 200-day EMA, and 50-day EMA, of course, is sitting right here at this major downtrend junction here.
What's
Check
your
this out. So
function?
the breakout from 190 will be the most significant move here. Until then, we've got a lot of worry on the way back up. Will we get rejected here? 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 Let's see. Okay. Pump fun. Not today. Not today, guys. Make sure, is this thing working? Can we turn this back on? Let's try again. MACD and the RSI aren't showing up here. It's just try to throw us on another exchange here. Why is that not working? Oh, okay. Anyway, we'll try another one. Pengu here having a decent move today, but still a lot of distance to recover here for Pengu. Why is pump not loading? Oh, there we go. Okay. I thought that's what was going on over here. This is lagging. Something's going on with that. Anyway, besides the point, we'll just delete that page. Pump fun is not pumping massively, but we have things going on here that definitely are worth paying attention to. We can draw this beautiful line right here. So this beautiful line right here is telling us one very simple, easy thing. We are coming up against the key lines of potential breakout or rejection. Okay. MACD has just flipped bullish under.
With me, hold on. Let's take a look at it. I could never. Every time I place a trade in here, I lose, bro. Every time. Like, I would have had to start it like down here to stand any type of chance. On the 4 hour, we're looking at. 4 hour looks good. But I don't know about that right there. Yep. See what I'm saying? I could never get pump fun, bro. It's stupid. Literally every time I place a trade in there, it's always negative. And I be following the charts and stuff. I don't get it.
The zero line again. Fantastic. Alpha Cry says massive Floki breakout incoming. Floki to the moon. Floki. Man, seriously, some of these meme coins are going to absolutely freaking nuts at some point. Just you guys wait for it. You guys wait for it. Okay, and there's a lot of pessimism on meme coins right now. Understandably so. But holy crap, when these things start cooking, they're going to cook like crazy. Oh, would you look at that? Oh,
no,
neat,
yeah.
isn't it? Just a big fat triangle formation here on the pump fun chart. Let's look at the implications of this are absolutely bonkers, man. We're gonna get a major move on pump when it breaks out of this descending resistance line right.
Do y'all like that one?
Right here. Okay, so my bags are packed. Okay, my bags are packed, ready to go. Cold-blooded Schiller Litecoin gets to 135 ignition time. Talked about that many times. Cal says the LTC BTC chart looking pretty juicy. Monthly bull divs in play. Okay. This guy, LTC, about to melt faces. Now, his prediction of $25,000 per Litecoin, probably.
Embrace the journey, where each moment turns.
A little bit overly optimistic, but I dig it, man. I dig it. You do you, brother. Bull post the shit out of this. Anyway, Litecoin spotty key just improved, merchant adoption rising, core metrics improving, is still trading like no one's noticed. So I am tempted to get a Litecoin position. I honestly am. You know, with the way Zcash, Naval, can somebody get on the phone with Naval Ravikant, tell him to say, hey, Litecoin's nice. Boom. There we go.
What?
Litecoin probably is going to have a big move at some point, okay? I consider myself.
It's hard to time. It's really hard for me to time to mess with Litecoin, bro.
Getting a position here. I could see grabbing
pump fun. My bad.
2,000 Litecoin or whatever. Wouldn't be that crazy. But anyway, chart not looking too bad right now. Of course, it had a big move up from, it's so frustrating too. I should have just, anyway, should have flipped some of my existing bags of Litecoin back here. I was even thinking about something like, Anyway, didn't do it. But I was looking back here. I think we talked about this on the channels. Like, guys, it's sitting at the 200-week EMA right now. If ever there's a time to bid Litecoin, it was then. Did I bid? No, because I was sitting in other bags. And my positions.
What chart? I can't tell. Is he on the daily? let's look at it. And I need the chart bolts. Let's see. I should be able to find it. There we go. Indicators, please. Yeah, okay. Triple. Let me. What's this one look like? Moving average. Nah. Take that off. How do I? There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Triple. Hmm. Okay, Litecoin 4 hour. This is what he was looking at, referring to. Hmm. But why? I put triple. Why is it not? Let's see. Let's look at the moving average triple. I see triple there, but why? You know what? I'm about to just go to trading view in a second. No, this. I don't want to dive too deep. If I get on trading view, we gonna be there for a minute. I promise you that. But I see what he's saying as far as Litecoin goes.
Not to say there's no cash in my crypto position, my crypto portfolio right now, but it's in places like in Maple Finance and stuff like that, and you know, whatever. Anyway, might have to flip an existing bag, buy some Litecoin. The way these Dino coins been moving, of course, a lot of them, you know, Zcash and Dash and stuff corrected pretty heavily over the weekend, but a lot of stuff did. Litecoin, come on, baby, come on, Charlie, get out there and pump our bags, buddy. Haven't taken a position. I'll let you guys know if I do. Okay. Virtuals. They said, imagine being able to own a piece of the next robotics revolution. Virtuals, robotics. Man, I need to get more robotics exposure. Gosh darn, it's actually we're gonna talk about that in just a second. I need to get more robotics exposure. I really do. I've got potentials on the line for Figure AI and Aptronic pre-market equity. Valuations got pretty big though. I don't know. It's kind of what makes me a bit hesitant about them, to be honest. But still, I might want to get them just because fucking humanoid robotics, guys. How can it not be? Am I mid-curving this? Tell me, I mean, okay, I'm an idiot sometimes, but tell me if I'm an idiot. Am I mid-curving like robots here? Like, is this not just gonna be the most massive thing ever? Or is like the wizard and the ape sitting on the sidelines like, no, robotics gonna be no one's gonna care about that shit. Like, how are humanoid robotics not going to be absolutely freaking massive? I guess the problem is trying to pick the winners right now, doesn't it? Now I've got Tesla stocks. That's really my only major robotics exposure right now. I have Tesla. There's all these Chinese companies that are coming out. There's a few big American companies that are coming up with stuff as well. Natix for robotics. Yes. Natix and was it Oki, right? There's a couple of crypto robotics plays. I've decided to go down the virtuals route of doing that, but let's see what happens. Those other two, Natix and Oki, AUKI, are much lower market cap compared to this. This is $1 billion plus. Those are tens or hundreds of millions. Virtuals chart looks like this. Nice bounce off the 50-day EMA. Now we need to push higher. AI6 is Shaw going to take my money again? I think so. Let's see what happens here. AI16Z rebranding. This is the big AI play on Solana. By the way, we did breakdowns on AI16Z and on virtuals in our Discord group over the weekend. These coins are both pretty hot and trending right now. So we're trying to, as always, give you guys the latest, hottest information that we can find. It's in the Discord, link down below. Anyway, AI16Z just feels like a real gamble. And I said that when I bought it. Feels like one of those like rolled.
That's what pump fund feels
dice, like we're either going to make a shit ton of money or just, you know, they're going to take a bunch of my money again. One or the other. Probably fake pump. Lol. Is this another fake pump? Well, again, if you never know what happens. And like I said, we're at major areas where if there's going to be a rejection, it's going to be at these areas or very, very soon. So that's one thing to keep in mind. The other thing to keep in mind is rate cuts are coming, QT's ending, QE's coming. Probably.
I forgot about the rate cuts. Forgot about those.
Bank. Stimulus checks are coming. A new Fed chair is coming. Okay, ETFs are going to keep flowing in. We have Solana ETFs. We're going to have dozens of other altcoin ETFs in the very near future.
Good gracious.
Trump literally wants to make America the crypto capital of the freaking world. All this kind of
With that though, I am not opposed. Hey, go for it. I'm with that.
this stuff's happening at the same time. The Crypto Clarity Act
Just make sure I got enough. You feel me?
is going to be introduced into Congress by the end of the month and could get approved within the next few months. I mean, big things are happening here, guys. And maybe the approval of the Crypto Clarity Act in March or April or something like that could mark a major local top of the market. I could see it happening, couldn't you? Anyway, AI 16 said, I guess I love abuse. Anyway, you guys probably saw this video. If you don't, check this out. This is the X-Peng robot. People were saying it looks too good. It must be a human in a suit, which we've seen some of the demonstrations being humans in suits and stuff like that. But here they go. They're trying to look. It's an actual computer in here. And they, this is where he cuts the leg open. You can see how well it walks. Look how well it walks. Of course, the man looks like the lady. These guys, you know what they're thinking about, these robots, man. Anyway, look how well it walks. It's absolutely crazy. So, I've not taken a position in this yet. I can see doing it, though. That's the thing. I might. Allows me to take this is the thing. I could take a smaller position in this and put in, I don't know, some money, let's say. I could take a smaller position in this versus Figure AI and Aptronic. The minimum ticket size is quite large.
I can imagine.
Which is fine. But also the flip side is like, it's a lot big pre-market valuations here on these companies. Anyway, Xpeng's worth like $20 billion or something right now with pretty good looking robot. Have not taken a position, may not take a position, but definitely keeping an eye on this. Chart's not looking too bad either. You can see here, this is the downtrend in effect since the highs back in March 25. By the way, you can buy this on the New York Stock Exchange as an ADR, so it's a Chinese traded stock. I think it trades in Hong Kong, or I think Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Anyway, you can buy an American depository receipt, which is pretty much the same thing. Not exactly the same thing, but pretty much the same thing. Anyway, we had a nice wick up here at a $25 on Friday around sort of the news around the robot and their demonstration of it. Pulled back to 20% drop in a day basically for Friday trading. We'll see how this ends up here. Rejection at this downtrend line is not fantastic. So there might be some more time here to accumulate if you're looking for a position in that. Let's see though. James says it's a bull trap, man. Bull trap.
I hate those.
One thing that's kept me going, again, 50-week EMA defense, all kind of stuff, and why I thought that'd be a likely scenario is the government shutdown, of course, is going to end. We've just made great, very lengthy conversations about all the variances in that, and well, when they start shutting down the airports, it's usually the final catalyst. The straw that breaks the camel's back, and everybody has to go and make a deal, and that's exactly what happened, right? When are stimulus checks coming? I have no idea. Probably sometime next year, but there's not been any exact information on that. But yeah, anyway, continue. Clean Spark, man, that thing sold off pretty heavily. My average entry is sort of up in this area here, so I'm probably 15-20% underwater on that. It's not a huge position, to be honest. But
imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Enough to make it interesting. Right back down here to the 50-day EMA. Trading-wise, you want to see it get back above pretty quickly. I think it'd be one that I'm okay to hold for a while without worrying too much about the short-term trading and the charts and stuff like that, just based on the fact that it is a Bitcoin miner and they are transitioning into an AI play for data centers. So much like Iron did, but at a much cheaper valuation. Qualcomm, man, look at that. Perfect 50-day EMA retest. Crazy shit. Now, my bags are slit into the water right now on Qualcomm, not by a lot, but like a few bucks. My sort of average entries were like 183 was my first buy, and then I bought some more in sort of mid 170 range. So we're, you know what, $10, 5% under or whatever on that. So not a big deal, to be honest. I think this one's going to go absolutely crazy. I think the market's discounting the fact that these guys are literally becoming a major NVIDIA competitor with their new chips they're bringing out. So long term, again, these are things I'm going to hold for years. Advanced microchips, micro devices, AMD. You can see, of course, it finally broke the trend line here. I was talking about this the other day. It's like, man, it's really held up pretty well in spite of everything that's been going on. But pre-market showing it back above the 20-day EMA. So with government shutdown ending, wind back in the sales of the market. Guys, if you're not on the newsletter yet, it's free. It's awesome. You should totally check it out. It's great. Stocks, crypto, prediction markets, meme coins, DGEM plays, trade setups. It's crazy. Huge value. Link down below. Go check it out. Okay, so I think it's red light hat time and sparkling water time. Let's do it.
I hate sparkling water. Side note.
Well, I'm like a broken clock when it comes to all this stuff, but business cycle, according to ISM, PMI, and many other factors, has not topped. Macro conditions, whether it be rate cuts, QT ending, QE starting, stimulus checks, whatever else, shows risk-taking environments will continue. Very loose financial conditions, and they're getting looser. Trump wants to run it hot. Trump has attracted trillions of dollars investment into America, which is going to create more economic turnover, more jobs, all that kind of stuff. Okay.
Supposedly.
XPLTA, please. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Sounds like a good time. Let me find one here. XPL. Let's bring up chart. XPLUSD. Plasma. Look at it on Kraken. That seems like a good place. Oh, this thing is still beat up. Gosh darn it.
Ooh.
Now, we find some silver linings here for XPL bulls. So, one, we got the downtrend breakout back on the 4th, 5th of November, actually. So, tides are starting to turn here. And what's most important about the tide turning here, if you're an XPL bull, is that volumes have picked up significantly. Since 3rd November, we've seen huge, huge volume spikes, okay?
So, if this is the case, if the tides are turning, we probably would have wanted to get in either on this candle here or this candle here. As you can see, the tides really are turning. It's starting to curve up. You know what I'm saying? Like a little Nike sign or backwards Nike sign, whichever way, you know what I'm saying. I don't know too much about this one, but it's on Kraken, looks like.
But the price has only really moved from 24 cents to about 31 cents, about a 40% move up, which is not that much for crypto. Currently sitting just below the 20-day EMA, which is at 35 cents. So if you're looking for a breakout trade, long the 20-day EMA breakout, okay? Not that far away, actually. Again, big volume spike here. Something's been rumbling with this. I don't know. For me, I chose ENA as my stablecoin play. It's currently down 50% from when I bought it. Fantastic technology. After the 10-10 crash, a lot of people started unwinding out of USDE, which again, wasn't Athena's fault. It was probably Binance's fault, or something happened on Binance. I was going to say like Binance was being listed or something like that, but something happened on Binance that led to depegging of USDE and other assets at the same time, and problems have started since then. Why is XRP up by 12%? Why not? Why not? I haven't actually looked at the XRP chart in a few days. XRP USD. Because everybody loves XRP. That's why. Look at that. Oh, that's a spicy looking chart. Look at that. Now, XRP, what a wild consolidation phase on this coin. You can see here, July 25 ran from 220.
Will XRP ever, like, for real, XRP was supposed to be the one. I don't know what happened. Bro, if SRP get to $10, can y'all imagine
Me.
that?
Up to 368. Man, I should have taken profits on that. I was looking at it. Didn't quite get to my take profit target, but should have just got out here when I saw it turning over. Anyway, didn't do it. Ended up getting broke. Stopped out on it. It's fine. It's fine. Just round trip some profits. All good. Once this thing starts cooking, you see it goes through huge consolidation phases, right? Once this bad boy starts cooking, it cooks hard and it cooks fast, okay? You can see when these major breakouts happen from these major consolidation periods, XRP just absolutely rips. Now, you have to keep in mind it's $150 billion asset or something, so don't expect it to just like rip a 10x or something like that. But can it rip from here to $5 or something? I would not be shocked, especially if we get the adequate risk on season. But right now, what we're looking at, okay? Draw my downtrend line out here a little bit.
Yeah, five is more reasonable, not 10.
20-day EMA taken out in today's candle. Volumes are relatively low though, okay? You want to see more volume stepping in here. Currently at the 50 and 200-day EMAs right here. Again, you want to see more volume stepping in to get a confirmation of a breakout here from the 20-day and the momentum to get over these key EMAs right here. Otherwise, risk getting rejected at these and coming back down to the 20-day and potentially losing it, okay? Also watch for this right here. This is the major downtrend line that has been in effect since, okay, July. That'll be the big breakout consolidation. When we break out of that, that's going to be a significant move here for XRP coming in, okay? Right now, It's just intraday noise. Up 12%, great, but anyway. Lark suggesting a directional mag tilted towards you. There you go. Yeah, I move it around a lot. Thanks for the reminder. Usually have it about like that. It's probably that right now. There we go. Have you done any research on XYO? Nope. Yes, take profits around trip 40K last year. Remember to take profits, guys. When everybody seems like genius on the timeline again, might be time to start thinking about the exits. Okay. Starknet up. Usually, one of the founders also worked on Zcash. I've seen that. These sort of relatively useless layer 2 governance tokens coming back. Now look, Starknet, at least you can use the STRK token for gas on the chain, but I don't think exclusive. I think you can also use ETH. Well, the ZK Sync, they brought out, well, we're going to burn fees, which currently there's fuck all fees to burn, but hey, they're burning fees. Same with Linea, like, oh, we're going to burn fees from the revenue on the chain, but like, yeah, but you guys aren't really making any money, so it's kind of irrelevant. Anyway.
Hello, traders. In this video, we're going to introduce the Smart AI Indicator, which we developed in partnership with OpenAI.
Goodbye.
Can you make videos on possible profit-taking strategies during a true altcoin? Yeah, when we get it, we will. Right now, it's going to be in one ear, out the other. We'll make it when it's more relevant for sure. Hello from Log. More relevant for sure. Good evening. Good evening, Julio. 3 a.m., man. That's late. You're just getting back or just waking up. Either way, good morning. You take a look at Cardano, the beard coin. Let's go. I haven't actually looked at Cardano charts in a few days, so it's going to be interesting. I have no idea what's going on with Cardano. Oh, fascinating. Fascinating. Here, look here. Looks like a lot of the majors right now, which is
It's coming.
It's interesting, isn't it? Right back up to the 20-day EMA here. Of course, it's been a downtrend like everything. It's one, Zcash and a few of the privacy coins were the ones that bucked the market trends. Right now, 20-day EMA, 60 cents. That's the breakout point. You don't want to get rejected here. Is the thing. It'd be super lame to get rejected here for all these coins, not just for Cardano, for Solana, for Ethereum, for Bitcoin. Okay, because that's all that's really been happening is that we have these rallies up to the 20-day EMA and get brutally rejected each time. There's so many positive macro tailwinds right now. It'd be very frustrating, but also not unlikely to see a big rejection here at the 20-day EMAs on all these coins. So if you're watching for a breakout trade here on Cardano, wait for a breakout confirmation as a daily candle close above the 20-day EMA. Okay?
It's a long time, though.
I'm a pretty huge profit in my Bitcoin, believe it or not. my Solana, but that's about all I have anymore because I got so scared. I condensed everything down. Now I'm feeling like I've cut my chances. Well, it depends on how much you want to make, right? And what your risk tolerance is, and how much you're willing to have sleepless nights over your altcoin bags and all kind of stuff. You know, Bitcoin's going to go to $1 million in 10 years or something like that. Can you wait?
That's what they say.
Solana's probably going to go to $800 to $1,000 this cycle. Probably not a bad spot for taking money off the table. And I don't know how big that position is. If that position's sizable, that's not bad. Now you're going to say, well, yeah, but I could have moved that money down into, you know, random coin number 72 and made 10x instead of 3x. Yeah, true. But you take more risk. Will Cardano become relevant again? Well, you know, one thing that's really going to help Cardano be more relevant is the price going up. Now, I don't think the price deserves to go up, personally. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it, because the thing, network realities of Cardano are just shockingly bad considering the market cap, but it doesn't matter. It's a cult coin. People love it for one reason or another.
Yeah, they live on that here.
Just need to rename it Beard Coin. Just be done with it. Charles, what are you doing, man? Stop playing games, okay? You know what everybody wants. Just take away the Cardano name, rename it Beard Coin. Okay, how many men have beards in the world? A lot. How many women like men with beards in the world? Also a lot.
A lot.
Beard Coin, man. Beard Coin. Anyway, numbers going up always make technology feel better. Is Pengu still a good hold? I still hold my Pengu. I still think that it's going to do really well. Meme coins, more broadly, have not been performing. They will, but they're not right now. Okay? There is no uptrend. Not yet. Not yet. I agree. Not yet. We're in downtrends across the board for the majority of coins. We're at major rejection points, potentially, or breakout points. That's the thing. Every uptrend starts from a bottom, and every uptrend that starts doesn't look like an uptrend. To confirm an uptrend, what do you need? You need a decent breakout. You need some structure to start forming up. You need to take out the previous, lower highs and all that kind of stuff. Yes, right? We got some work to do. We're moving in the right direction. Let's see what happens. I'm not a Cardano holder, but it's going to fly because it's ISO compliant, American made, and connected. I could see that. I could see that. Why not? Enjoy your shit, Adabag, says Rob. You know, this is the thing. A lot of stuff in crypto doesn't trade based off of fundamentals. In case you haven't figured it out right now, we have meme coins that are worth billions of dollars or have been worth billions of dollars. Fart coin went to 2 billion. Come on. We don't trade in fundamentals around here. We trade on narrative. Okay? And if Cardano...
Yeah, I never really traded on fundamentals like that. I mean, okay, a few times, but that was when like the Fed rates. I tried to trade there that time, and I bet you can guess what happened. I bet you can guess what happened. But no, I really don't trade fundamentals. I usually try to trade support and resistance for real. That's my go-to for me.
I'm gonna get the right narrative, then it doesn't even matter that nothing happens on chain.
The narrative,
no coins and
narrative.
No real daily user volume.
Two.
All that shit's irrelevant. No one's really using XRP all that much either. Okay? Nobody was using Zcash a month ago, and the only people using Zcash now are people probably moving old bags around and sending it to exchanges to sell, or buying into distribution and pulling it off exchanges and putting it in their wallets, whatever. There's not really anything happening. It's not like people started magically using Zcash for payments a week ago. No, that's still the speculation. But the narrative was right. And that's sometimes all that matters. I do not currently hold any dog with hat. Again, you guys can always see my current portfolio holdings down below in the portfolio disclosures. I think so what I've done, I've consolidated all my meme coin bags into one, which is Pengu right now. I don't know if that's going to be the right decision in hindsight, but I like Pengu. I think it's got a nice mix of things that could see it do pretty well. But it's all speculation, as always, when it comes to these meme coin things.
Hey, Should we go to the trenches?
Fart coin is better than Pengu. Them's fighting words, man. I could, I would not fade fart coin, to be honest. It has had in the past such high mind share, and it's so stupid and absurd that I could see it. I really could. I could see it making a big comeback. Can you take a look at World Liberty Fi? Yes. A coin I have not thought about, and honestly, it's a big pump today, isn't it? Honestly, investing in the Trump family coins just feels like, I don't know.
I was just looking at Melania, and right now it is well, he about to tell you, but
some kind of
it's up a
crazy
little
train
bit.
I don't really want to ride, to be honest. Gosh, this is boy. Is this all the way back to this? No, I'm
Due
going
to
to
the
try to find
The government being shut
little more.
on.
I guess this was day one trading, wasn't it? 23rd of August. Pretty steady downtrend since then. I mean, it's nothing surprising. It's what most coins have done since that period. The thing is, though, and this is, you see a lot of altcoin charts are starting to have these kind of moves. We're in a downtrend breakout right here, and actually a downtrend breakout today on heightened volume, as you can see. Okay, let me just point that out for you here. Heightened volume right down here. So you can see a nice volume spike today on the move. 20-day EMA taken out, downtrend taken out. Price has moved up to the 50-day EMA, currently struggling to get back above it, but that's a pretty epic daily candle, 30% or something like that move. Not bad. Not bad, right? Am I going to buy buying this? No, I don't know. Definitely I think World Liberty Fi can run, but just, I don't know. Just something I don't like about it. Anyway, besides the point. Why is near pumping? Well, near pumping has to do with the explosion of near intents. INT.
I don't know too much on near.
ENTS, not like people intents, but like intents, like things that they intend to do on the chain. This in part has to do with what's going on with Zcash. I'm not a full expert on the situation here, so just keep that in mind. It has had a pretty epic move here from $1.70, almost 100, 320, yeah, almost 100% move here from the absolute lows of the market. Taking out the key EMAs, charts looking a lot better than a lot of charts right now, but because of the explosion of intents, so moving Zcash back and forth and stuff like that, and EVM intents and whatnot, because of that, we've seen a huge explosion in use over on near. So is this going to be enough to completely change the fate of near and have it go to the moon? I mean, look,
Maybe.
near has remained, and I always said this about near, even though I don't hold a bag of it anymore. I always said this about near is that as a blockchain, it punches way above its weight in terms of attention that it gets versus the actual number of users and daily transactions, all kind of stuff on chain, because it is right at the top and has been for a while in terms of daily traction.
Hello traders, in this video we're going to introduce the Smart AI Indicator, which we developed in partnership with OpenAI.
Look at ENS USD. Any light at the end of the tunnel? Let's see here. This is just one of these coins that I just never really think about or cared about. It's a governance token,
It's just
right?
there.
There's not really anything it does besides just being a kind of useless governance token, which, look, will it pump at the right time in the market? Sure. Look at the chart. The chart doesn't look terrible. It's been in a pretty brutal downtrend since August 10th, right? But it for some reason, the price does pump. It's been a very, very, very clear downtrend here for a while. You can see just a nice succession of moves to the downside. And here we are. There's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 approximately 20-day EMA retests. Now,
It's a lot of
here's
retests.
the question. Is today, or in the near future, the days when this 20-day EMA right here gets taken out? Now, usually these downtrends or uptrends have 4, 5, 6, 7 tests, right? Where they'll come back and test the 20-day EMA before changing direction and reversing the trend.
6, 7.
Same's true in an uptrend, same's true in a downtrend. So this kind of had a speed run of all those tests and stuff like that, because it's only been since August that it sort of had the local top and then the major move down. I don't know, man. Useless governance token doesn't really do anything for me, to be honest. Looks like a lot of charts in crypto. I think there's a lot of better narratives out there in crypto right now, to be honest. What is this? Lark, do you support a rent control freeze on Bitcoin in order to make it more affordable for low-income crypto investors?
Yes.
No, you got to be fast. Buy more, guys. Not financial advice. Buy more. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, man. Good one. I appreciate that. Lark, your clock is not working. What clock? We got a clock? We got a watch here. What clock? What do you think of Brett? Brett was the biggest meme coin on base. I wouldn't necessarily
What is
fade the Brett
doing?
crew. In terms of meme coins, I don't know. Probably better meme coins out there. Let's see.
Brett on base. 24. Oh, it might be.
I think real world assets will pump for robotics. What are
Maybe.
your RWA plays? I don't really have any RWA plays right now.
Hold on, real quick. Let's look at the indicator. Oops. It looks like it's gearing up. It's about to be on the come up. It might be a good position to get in. Maybe. But it did cross already. So.
Maybe I should go back in a plume or something like that. I haven't actually looked at the chart in a while. Let's look at the chart. I like Ondo Finance. Here's the thing. Ondo Finance just pumps anyway. Doesn't matter. It has zero use case for the token. It just kind of pumps because it's one of those things that pumps. Oh my God. Well, if I am going to rebuy my position in Plume, I'm getting it at a 50% discount today, guys, compared to where I sold it at. Holy crap, man. That's crazy. Yeah. Let's see what
But I mean, that's pretty much it for this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think down below. Peace.